G'day battlers, and today we're going to be going through Mzall's Rose Cup tournament sweep, so pass it off to Mzall to introduce himself. Hello, I am Mzall, and definitely not PvP Steve reading a script. I'm a local battler and tournament organiser in Chicago, Illinois, and decided to drop by a neighbouring Rose Cup at the last minute with a freshly built Scrafty and came out on top 4-0. Sludge Bomb is the new Shadow Punch, just an FYI, and shout out to the locals in DTC, Beast Spawns and the PvP community at large. Also a shout out to the Best of the Midwest Mega Cup being held on the 15th of March, so a link to that will be in the description below. Thanks Mzall, and with that said, let's get into the team. So Mzall's running Clefable, Probopass with Rock Throw, Gliscor, Scrafty, they're freshly built, Haunter with Sludge Bomb instead of Shadow Punch, as said before. So Sludge Bomb and Shadow Ball, we'll definitely see how that goes later on. And then Alolan Marowak to round it all out. So yeah, let's get into it. So first opponent, the Amigo Grand, was running Charizard, Wigglytuff, Probopass, Haunter as well, Steelix and Medicham. So presumably that Haunter's going to be running the standard moveset. And yeah, let's just get into the battles. So running Clefable, Alolan Marowak and Scrafty in the team lineup. Anyway, going in with a Clefable and catching a Wigglytuff lead. So Clefable kind of has a sort of advantage here because Clefable has Meteor Mash, which I think is going to charge up quicker and will also do super effective damage to that Clefable. So going straight for the Meteor Mash, if they just both didn't throw a charge move, then they'd take each other out. One of them goes for a charge move, the other one shields, then they've got shield advantage. So the opponent decides to let Wigglytuff go down, keep his shields, and then brings in Medicham, which absolutely gets tanked, just wrecked by the charms. Really didn't take out the Clefable quick enough, because Clefable, unlike Wigglytuff, doesn't have normal typing, I'm pretty sure. So then bring in the Alolan Marowak to the Probopass, going to be able to get these Bone Clubs off, which Probopass does not like. But being a Rock Throw Probopass is still going to hurt, it's going to hurt Alolan Marowak a fair bit. So switching into Scrafty, because Scrafty going to be doing super effective damage with the counters, with the power up punches, just going to be able to wreck this Probopass. Does shield up the Magnet Bomb here, which wouldn't have been nice to take. I think he could have taken it, but no real need. Going to be able to take out this Probopass. Taking the Rock Slide here, not very effective at all, and Probopass going to go down now, and then in comes the Medicham from the back. Can kind of threaten the Scrafty a bit, but Medicham's just so low at this point. Going to go straight for the foul play, and this should take out the Medicham for a game 1 win. Yep, down goes the Medicham, and then going in again. I think that was the exact same team. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And probably should have cut this down a little bit more. Cut the start off and then cut the okay. Going in with the Clefable again, getting the Medicham lead, which is so much better than Wigglytuff. Just going to be charming away. Medicham really can't do anything to Clefable. Charging some energy and then switching into Steelix. Now Clefable doesn't really like the Steelix matchup. Steelix can definitely kind of wall the Clefable. Going for the Meteor Mash though, it doesn't really do much. Really probably should have just switched straight into Scrafty, kept the energy on the Clefable. Have to be worried about an Earthquake here. Does shield and it was a crunch bait, so no Earthquake there. Throwing the Power Up Punch straight away though. Kind of want to get rid of this Steelix as quick as possible so that Steelix can't continue to threaten. Definitely can be getting Earthquake, maybe not. But anyway, takes the Steelix out, so definitely great. It was just great how it went down. Now, the problem with Scrafty is that Scrafty does have the Dark typing, so doesn't really like the fighting moves at all. So throwing the Power Up Punch just to get some chip damage in, but it actually burns a shield. So opponent wanting to keep the Medicham alive. Unfortunately for them, Clefable is going to come in, clean it up, and then Haunter in the back. So Haunter is kind of doing a fair amount to that to the Clefable. Switched out into Alolan Marowak because they didn't want it to get farmed up. Takes the Shadow Punch, didn't want to get didn't think it was going to be a Shadow Ball, just went for it, and then throwing the Bone Club, which would take out the Haunter, takes out his last shield, and then as soon as Haunter goes for a charge move, Mzall's still got a shield here, so throwing it at the Clefable, but Haunter is just so weak that as soon as a single charm goes through, Haunter will go down, and that is GG's. So I'm not sure how much energy that Haunter had. It's possible that maybe they had another charge move, could have got off on Clefable, if they got, I don't know. But we're going into the third round here. Already won the rounds, but doing the third battle. Terrible lead matchup with Clefable versus Steelix. Unlike the Wigglytuff matchup where Steelix needs to land the Earthquake, I'm pretty sure that Steelix can take out the Clefable regardless. So switching into Scrafty, and then the opponent doesn't switch out. So I'm thinking that they have two things that are weak to Scrafty. We'll see how it goes. But In comes the Medicham, which Scrafty doesn't like, so just going to go straight for the foul play to try and get some damage energy off. Medicham, charge move comes off first, so shields up the Ice Punch to secure the ability to get this foul play off. So this will definitely hurt the Medicham if it goes through because of the psychic typing Medicham has got. And then Medicham will be able to win out unless this Power Punch comes through, which will take out the Medicham. And lets the Medicham... Oh no! Oh man, this is just back and forth. So Medicham will be able to take out the Scrafty with that Ice Punch, so burning a fair bit of energy in the process, but now the opponent will get switch advantage, so in comes the Alolan Marowak. See what the opponent brings in. Brings in the Haunter, so Haunter will definitely be able to threaten the Alolan Marowak a fair bit, but also Bone Club, very cheap charge move, going to be doing super effective damage to the Haunter, and yeah, so switching out into Clefable to catch that presumably Shadow Punch, which is definitely a great move on Mzall's part, because Ghost isn't going to be super effective to Clefable, will be super effective to Alolan Marowak. Gets the charge move off as the Steelix comes back in, so throwing the Meteor Mash is not going to do heaps, but will start to bring down the Steelix. Steelix actually going for the charge move too, so that was CMP, Clefable getting the CMP tie because of the higher attack. Gets the Earthquake off, which gets rid of the Clefable, and now getting another charge move off onto Alolan Marowak, really threatening here, so shielding up the Crunch, hoping to be able to Fire Spin down and then throw the finishing blow onto that Haunter Shadow Ball. So if Haunter had a charge move and clicked it, then Haunter would have got the CMP tie because Haunter has a ridiculous attack stat. So GG's the Omega Grand, and let's go into round 2. So round 2 up against Zuo Ken, running Magneton, Rhyperior, Skarmory, Medicham, Sableye, and Gliscor. Definitely a pretty interesting team, and Magneton is one that I'm not seeing much of this month. So let's go into the battles and see how Mzall plays it. Going in with the Clefable lead again, and catching the Medicham once again, so really great lead there, and then go plus getting some items as we play. So in comes the Skarmory switch, which Clefable doesn't enjoy, so switching into Alolan Marowak, we're just going to be able to absolutely wreck this Skarmory. We don't really like taking the Sky Attacks, so do shield this one up, but we're going to be able to do super effective with the Fire Spins. That's kind of where most of the damage is coming from. Throwing the Bone Club, which will do, I'm pretty sure Bone Club does more than a Fire Spin at least. Does get the shield though, so that's actually probably the best thing that could have come from that, burning that shield. And then getting another Sky Attack off onto the Alolan Marowak, letting it come through, and then Fire Spin. I think Skarmory possibly could have taken out Alolan Marowak if a charge move wasn't thrown, not too sure there, but Bone Club goes through and one more Fire Spin will take out Skarmory, and yeah, Skarmory probably could have taken out the Alolan Marowak if the Bone Club wasn't thrown, and then throwing the Bone Club straight away, just trying to get this energy off before Alolan Marowak goes down, and it was a Medicham, so it would have been nice to get the Shadow Ball off, and didn't burn a shield, and went down with the Bone Club, so not the best situation, but Clefable going to be able to come in, clean up this Medicham. Probably not going to shield here, let it come through, and it is a Psychic, which is not expected. Does take a fair chunk out of that Clefable, and then in comes the Rhyperior, so going to go straight for this Meteor Mash. There was a bit of lag, I'm not sure if it was mutual or not, but if Clefable didn't get the Meteor Mash, it might have been case for a redo, but did get the Meteor Mash off, so all good there, and then CMP tying when trying to throw the Parrot Punch. So shield up the Surf to keep Scrafty healthy, get the Parrot Punch off, which will definitely hurt the Rhyperior. Rhyperior isn't the tankiest guy, so Parrot Punch actually does a pretty significant amount, especially when you consider how much it was nerfed. And then in comes Medicham in the back, which is not something that Scrafty likes to see, but does get this Parrot Punch off before Medicham throws a charge move, bringing the Medicham just slightly lower, and then Medicham getting a charge move off here, and then Clefable should be able to come in and hopefully, actually no, oh man, I'm calling this totally wrong. Scrafty managing to hang on by the sliver and take out that Medicham, so definitely GG's there. Would have still had it with the Clefable in the back with just a single charm. And Clefable nailing another lead with their Sableye. Opponent hoping that Clefable would run away from the lead spot, but no such luck here. Switching into Skarmory and then coming back into this Alolan Marowak versus Skarmory fight. Shielding up the first Sky Attack again. Fire spinning away. Charge up for the Shadow Ball and throwing the Bone Club. We'll see if the opponent burns the shield here this time. Does burn a shield, so really didn't want to get hit with that Shadow Ball. Playing it out very similarly to the last game. Probably going to eat a Sky Attack again, same as that last time. And then we'll keep going and then throw a Bone Club towards the end, finish off the Skarmory. We'll see if the opponent plays it different and shields up this time. Nope, no shield, so one more Fire Spin, going to be able to take it out. And Mzall looks like going for the Shadow Ball this time instead of the Bone Club. Oh no, not enough for the Shadow Ball actually. So going for the Bone Club just to chip down a little bit more damage on the Sableye. But Clefable is going to be able to come in and chunk away on the Sableye. and the opponent is probably going to switch out from that situation. In comes Clefable, and no switch out happening, so maybe, I guess whatever they have in the back is also weak to Clefable. Oh, it's a Medicham. Definitely unfortunate for the opponent here. It's basically GG's with two things weak to Clefable. Clefable being able to get up against both of them just lets the Meteor Mash go through because he knows game's over, and that is GG's. So, winning round 2 and then moving on to the third battle of the round. Clefable in the lead again, so really good lead Pokemon here up against Magneton. And I'm not sure how this matchup plays out, but Magneton definitely going to be able to charge up energy quick, might be able to get a whole lot of steel damage onto this Clefable. I'm thinking uneducatedly that it is a bad matchup for Clefable, and Clefable letting the Magnet Bomb go through, which will definitely, it'll take it away. Magneton sitting there with still half health, brings in the Alolan Marowak, who's definitely going to be in a great spot here. I don't think Magneton can really threaten Alolan Marowak with much. Yeah, not really going to do anything, and then Fire Spin, just going to give Alolan Marowak a chance to charge up a whole lot of energy. In comes the Sableye, charge up to a Shadow Ball, so just going to go for the Bone Club, hoping to bait a shield. No shield there, so unfortunate there. Looks like going to go for the Shadow Ball now, hoping to get a last ditch something off. Oh no, charging for the Shadow Ball and going for the Bone Club. I was just watching like where the tapping was happening, but does burn a shield with the Bone Club and then switching out into Scrafty, keeping that Alolan Marowak in the back. Maybe can like be burnt as a third shield or something with a sacrificial swap. But shielding up the foul play, and then in comes the Medicham. So we're going to be able to get foul plays of our own here, which will hurt that Medicham a whole lot if it goes through. Still got a shield, and then Scrafty really not in a great spot here. Yeah, I feel like the opponent might have this match, although I've been wrong in these Scrafty vs Medicham matchups before. But charging up more energy, going for the Power Up Punch, hoping to burn another shield off that Medicham. Does burn the shield, and then can he get it? No, he won't be able to get a foul play off. So yeah. In will come Alolan Marowak, and this charge move will finish off the Alolan. So that is GG's. The opponent does get away with 1 win out of that 3. So GG's there, and let's move on to the third round. And so the third round will be up against Burnabus. Burnabus is running Charizard, Probopass, Alolan Marowak, Wigglytuff, Gliscor, and Machamp. Pretty better team, so let's just jump into it. We haven't actually seen any Charizards show up, even though they were, was it one or both of the other teams? But anyway, going with the Haunter, we're going to see some Sludge Bomb action from that Haunter now, I'm sure. So, Haunter up against Alolan Marowak. Haunter with the massive attack stat is going to be able to do massive damage to this Alolan Marowak without even throwing a charge move. Have to shield up the Bone Clubs though, because do not like the Bone Clubs or the Shadow Balls. Really, we are very scared of that any charge move from Alolan Marowak. Now going for the Shadow Ball on the Alolan Marowak. Does get shielded up, unfortunately, and then just going to keep going away. Haunter is pretty weak at this point, but burning 2 shields, Haunter should be able to take out the Alolan Marowak with just quick moves, switching out into Wigglytuff. So going for the Sludge Bomb, which they will definitely not expect here. It's going to, boom, that is the power of Sludge Bomb. No one sees it coming, and the Wigglytuff is gone. The opponent's just standing there gobsmacked. Probopass is going to be able to come in and destroy that Haunter, but it doesn't even matter at this point. Scrafty going to come in, Power Up Punch away at that Probopass, and yeah. Oh man, that was just... if your opponent doesn't see it coming, it is just a ridiculous burst of damage. And Wigglytuff is probably the best thing that could have come in, just because everyone's going to assume that Haunter is going to have the double Ghost moveset with Shadow Punch and Shadow Ball, bring Wigglytuff and like, hey, Wigglytuff's got a normal typing. What are you going to do? Nothing. So I'm not even going to shield. And then Sludge Bomb, bam, and he's gone. Holy man, oh my, that was... I'm gobsmacked. That was just really cool to see. And now Clefable coming in up against Gliscor with that shiny flex, no less. So we'll see how this plays out. So charming away, and then I'm not certain what quick move that Gliscor has. I'm very bad at picking up the quick moves. So switching into Alolan Marowak. Unfortunately eating a Night Slash there, so it doesn't do heaps of damage, but because he's got a fair bit of energy, it's basically, we want the Night Slashes to come through, but the Earthquakes to not come through, because Earthquake would be GG's for the Marowak. So charging up some more energy and going for the Bone Club here. We'll see if his shield comes up. And yeah, there's a shield because Gliscor still has the energy. It was actually a CMP tie. This will definitely hurt Alolan Marowak either way, whether it was a Night Slash or an Earthquake, so... does finish off the Alolan Marowak. You're going to have to bring in Clefable back to hopefully charm down before he got a charge move off, but no such luck. Really hoping it's a Night Slash here, and it is. So it does shield up though, actually last second, didn't see that click. And then coming in with Alolan Marowak, so Clefable not loving this situation. Again, Clefable, different to Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff is just a lot bulkier when it comes to that Alolan Marowak matchup. Throwing the Psychic onto the Alolan Marowak though, definitely chunking it down some health. Probably just a Bone Club here. Yeah, just a Bone Club. Bringing down the Clefable a little bit. Throwing a lot more Charms, and then switching out into Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff coming in, charm away the Clefable without the possibility of Clefable getting a charge move off. And this is just GG's for Scrafty. Scrafty does not like charm at all. So Burnabus taking that game. So going into the last game here, I believe. Haunter up against Wigglytuff again. The opponent knows that they are scared right now. They know that Sludge Bomb is there. They're not going to make the same mistake twice, or are they? Dun dun. No, there's no reason that Mzall would go for a Shadow Ball here. So it's definitely a Sludge Bomb, and the opponent does shield up in kind. So basically a guaranteed shield. And then switching into Probopass because Wigglytuff, maybe hoping that the opponent threw a charge move and Probopass could tank it, because Probopass just eats Wigglytuff's charge moves for breakfast. And then opponent switching into Alolan Marowak, gonna get threatened by these rock throws, like just a whole lot. And then Probopass still with 2 shields here. Definitely a really good spot for the Probopass. Actually getting a back-to-back Bone Clubs, so letting this one come through. Probopass can actually tank 2 Bone Clubs, so it isn't the end of the world at all. And then going to be able to get another Rock Slide off last second, which will definitely take the Alolan Marowak out at this point, no question about it, unless the shield was going to magically appear out of nowhere. The opponent has no shields, but down it goes the Marowak, and we'll see what they bring in against the Probopass. Bring in Gliscor, so Gliscor really isn't going to be able to do much except with the Earthquake. Night Slash actually might be able to do a bit, which I think is what's coming through here, and it is. Yeah, and unfortunately for the opponent, Probopass able to get another Rock Slide off onto this Gliscor, which is definitely going to hurt because it's got that flying typing. And Gliscor almost lost all of its health there, and it's going to hurt. So maybe bringing in Haunter to charge up to a Sludge Bomb, yeah, and brings in the Haunter. We'll see if there's a shield committed or if they just let it, yep, letting Haunter go down. Gonna bring in Alolan Marowak to finish off the Gliscor and then face off against this Wigglytuff. So because Wigglytuff's lost so much health, Marowak's pretty much got this game on lock. Wigglytuff versus Marowak is a pretty tight matchup as is, but with a shield here, Wigglytuff probably won't be able to get another charge move off, and then with the combination of Bone Clubs and Fire Spins, should be able to take out this Wigglytuff. Yeah, charging up a whole lot of energy, throwing the Bone Club to take out the Wigglytuff, and then Gliscor is on like a sliver of health in the back. And actually the opponent getting a charge move off, will this finish off the Marowak? It will be a Night Slash, it won't be an Earthquake, but surviving with the tiniest smidgen of health, getting the Bone Club off, securing the win. Oh man, that was the decide of the round. Burnabus only just missing out there, just real close game, and that GG's. And now moving into the last round up against Warner G or Warnerg with Wigglytuff, Charizard, Machamp, Sableye, Gliscor, and Probopass. Again, seeing a whole lot of Charizard, but I guess Charizard doesn't really like this team. But we'll see what Warner G does. Maybe I was counting Charizard out too soon. We'll see. Going into the very final round for the win here. So, Alolan Marowak versus Charizard. Of all things, I'm a total moron. Charizard coming in to stay. Definitely going to threaten. Alolan Marowak can actually tank a Blast Burn because he's got that fire typing. So, even if this is a Blast Burn, not the end of the world. But definitely does want to win this matchup. Shields up the Dragon Claw, unfortunately. So, got shield baited there. Going for the Bone Club, hoping to maybe threaten burn a shield. No shield burn. It does do like more than a fire spin, so it's not like nothing, but it's definitely not great. Would prefer to be leaning the Shadow Ball onto the Charizard. Getting a Dragon Claw off and going through, so not getting shield baited a second time, burning both shields. Going for another Bone Club after charging up a bit of energy. The opponent's still got 2 shields, so does burn one there, so definitely great for Mzall here. Getting another Bone Club off, and then I feel like if Mzall shielded up the next charge move from the Charizard, went for the Shadow Ball instead of the Bone Club, they could have like secured the matchup if it went through, I think. But Charizard just going to take it out with the Dragon Claw here. Probopass going to come in and finish off that Charizard in a heartbeat as soon as the game lets it. And boom, there it goes. We'll see what comes in here without Charizard. And in comes the Gliscor. So the only thing Probopass is really scared of here is the Earthquake. So going to get a Rock Slide off here, which will definitely hurt a little bit. But Night Slash not going to do heaps to Probopass, as we saw before. Quick Move not doing like a single thing to this Probopass at all. Not hoping this isn't an earthquake, hoping it's just a Night Slash shield break, but it is an earthquake, and Probopass goes down. Oh man, and this isn't a great situation for Scrafty to be in. It is probably just a Night Slash though with the energy. Yeah, just a Night Slash, which is going to do nothing to Scrafty at all because of that unique fighting dark typing. Going for a Night Slash, which will finish off the Gliscor at this range, I'm pretty sure. It does finish off the Gliscor, and then Sableye coming from the back. This isn't a perfect situation for Scrafty. Scrafty wants to get the foul play off. Powering up once, and I think a powered up foul play will be all Scrafty needs to finish off this Sableye. Still got a shield, so you're going to be able to shield whatever charge move is coming from that Sableye. Nor it's just a foul play, which obviously not going to do much to Scrafty at all, but just didn't want to get hit by a power jam, I guess. Had the shield, was going to use it, throws the foul play and takes out that Sableye, and that is GG. So one game into the final round up against Warner G. Now that I can see that G is capitalized, it is definitely Warner G as opposed to Warnerg. But Probopass versus Sableye, and it is a buddy boosted Sableye, but it isn't like 100% buddy boosted Sableye, so I'm actually not sure how this matchup is going to go. It could go either way. It's only got 1442 CP. Yeah, we'll just see how this goes. Throwing a Magnet Bomb onto the Sableye. We'll see what shields come up and what don't. So Sableye burned a shield, Probopass burning no shields here, and then probably going to burn a shield at this point, I would imagine. Yeah, burning shield, keeping Probopass healthy, hoping to take out this Probopass with just quick moves, maybe switching out into Gliscor. So going to go for a Rock Slide, which again, going to hurt Gliscor, not destroy it. And no shield, hoping to maybe get to another Rock Slide. Gliscor is definitely going to get a charge move off. Probopass might just let it come through. If it's a Night Slash, it might not finish it off. And it is just a Night Slash, doesn't finish it off. Probopass going to be able to get this Rock Slide off before Gliscor takes it out. Definitely a game-winning move. Not game-winning, just like a fantastic spot for Mzall to be in. And winning switch advantage. Really just a fantastic situation. In comes Wigglytuff. So going to be able to bring in either Pokemon. Alolan Marowak going to come in. Going to be able to win this lead-ish matchup, I would imagine. Just throwing straight Bone Clubs. Obviously no Shadow Balls because Wigglytuff has that normal typing, as we've said many a time. Yeah, not going to take much from that Shadow Ball at all. Just throwing Fire Spins and Bone Clubs. Fire Spins, Bone Clubs. And Wigglytuff going to be able to get one charge move off. I would imagine. Should be able to get one charge move off. Yeah, here comes the charge move. We'll see if Marowak decides to hold on or just burning the shield to protect from a Dazzling Gleam. That is definitely an interesting moveset to have there. Was definitely expecting an Ice Beam or a Play Rough. I'm not sure what Dazzling Gleam gives to Wigglytuff. I feel like the Play Rough is the better move, but Scrafty coming in and finishing off that last Pokemon, and so taking the win, taking the tournament, doing this last battle here for the clean, not for the extra bonus points. Probopass up against his Alolan Marowak. Bone Club's definitely going to hurt that Probopass, but again, Probopass can tank 2 Bone Clubs, so tanking 1 there, and then probably going to get a Rock Slide off here. So Marowak shielding up, don't want to get hit by the Rock Slide, and then going to keep going away. It is a Spark Probopass. I'm forgetting my words here. This long video, really failing here. Sorry guys. But burning the shield on that next Bone Club, and then switching out to Scrafty, hoping to, I guess, catch the charge move, because Rock Slide won't do much. It is a Magnet Bomb though, still not going to do heaps. And then switching into Wigglytuff. So Wigglytuff, Charm is Scrafty's big weakness, so yeah, Scrafty basically just going to go down here, doing the tiniest amount of damage with an extra Power Up Punch and a counter, but either Pokemon could come in here and be alright. Yeah, brings in the Clefable because of the Charm Mirror Match, hoping to take out Wigglytuff before Wigglytuff gets a charge move off. And unfortunately for Clefable, does get a charge move off, so probably going to burn that last shield, keep Clefable healthy for whatever's in the back. Probopass might come in at this point. Yeah, Probopass coming in. Unfortunately gets the charge move off before Clefable can get the Meteor Mash. It is a Magnet Bomb, so Clefable's gone. In comes Alolan Marowak again, and Gliscor is hanging out in the back. So with no shields, Gliscor would really just have to get to the Earthquake, but threw a charge move really quick, going for the Night Slash. And then this Shadow Ball is going to come from the Alolan Marowak. I think the opponent probably should have gone for that Earthquake. Still had the shield. Yeah, I think the Earthquake would have actually gonna win out anyway. I think they've still got a Pokemon in the back too. which is that, is it still Pro Pass at this point? But yeah, throwing the Bone Club, and yeah, it's GG. So great playing from Mzall there, and the Sludge Bomb Haunter really showed itself in that third round. We've got the actual leaderboard here, and 3 of the 4 opponents are actually in the top 5, so really playing some strong opponents, and actually all but 2 of the opponents in this tournament are Challenger. All of Mzall's opponents are Challenger, so really well done there, Mzall, and GG's to the Amigo Grand, Zuo Ken, Burno Bus, and to Warner G for the great plays. Haunter, watch out for that Sludge Bomb from now on. If you see Haunter on my team, maybe be threatened, maybe don't. I don't know. You'll never know till you bring in that Wigglytuff, and then within a second, Wigglytuff is gone. So yeah, definitely GG's there. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, especially that subscribe one. Don't forget about that Mega Cup on the 15th, link in the description below. And yeah, thanks to my patrons, brajSF, NegativeBen10, NotRandyN3wman, and MillerTime9458, switching up that order there. And yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next video. Good luck in your Rose Cup tournaments.